Hello students, this is Mrs. Sonal Patil. In our previous class, we have completed up till transcription in prokaryotes and we have studied also about transcription in eukaryotes. Today, we will study about genetic code. The word code is a collection of symbols with certain information. Coded words are used for a variety of purposes all over the world. The coded messages in DNA molecules are used for the synthesis of proteins. The information stored in a gene is transcribed to mRNA and that is translated to a polypeptide chain in the synthesis of specific protein. The protein exerts its effects on the phenotype and the DNA is the master molecule with genetic information coded in the nitrogen bases. It is used or it is transcribed into mRNA containing 4 nitrogen bases represented by letter alphabets A, U, C and G, that is adenine, uracil, cytosine and guanine. In the second step, the coded information of mRNA is translated into specific amino acid sequences, which finally results in the formation of a polypeptide chain. Thus, the 4-letter alphabets AUCG constitute the language of nucleic acids, particularly of the mRNA, through, through which the genetic information is passed on to the proteins. The four letter alphabets are arranged in a definite sequence. So genetic code is nothing but it is a sequence of amino acids in a polypeptide chain, that is protein, is determined by sequence of nucleotides on DNA, or the coded message or genetic information present on mRNA strand is decoded into a polypeptide chain called genetic code. Therefore, the genetic code particularly refers to codons of mRNA that specifies number, sequence and type of amino acids in protein. Features of genetic code, very important question. Genetic code is universal. The genetic code is common and found in all living organisms. The genetic code is common and because of which it is said to be as universal. Example, UUU is the codon that codes for an amino acid phenylalanine in all organisms. So it is coding for UUU. UUU is coding for the amino acid phenylalanine in all organisms. So it is an example explaining us that the genetic code is universal. Secondly, triplet codon. Genetic code is a triplet codon, that is a codon is represented by 3 nucleotide sequences present on mRNA strand that codes for a type of amino acid. So the genetic code is a triplet code. 3 adjacent bases together called a codon on mRNA and specify one amino acid. Example, you can quote here CCC code for proline, AAA for lysine and so on. Any example you can quote here. So remember, genetic code is in the form of triplet having 3 nucleotide sequences. Initiator codon. The process of translation is initiated by the initiator codon AUG that codes for an amino acid methionine. In case AUG is absent, GUG acts as an initiator codon that code for an amino acid valine. Terminator codon. The process of translation is terminated or stopped by a terminator codon or nonsense codons which do not code for any amino acid. So these are the codons which are not coding for any amino acids and because of which they are called as nonsense codons or they are called as terminator. So the process of translation will stop when they read this codon, these codons. Which are these codons? They are UAA, UAG and UGA. Please remember these codons. These codons do not they do not specify any amino acid. Okay, they are called as terminator codons. Signal the termination of protein synthesis. They will terminate the process of protein synthesis. So they are called as terminator codon. Nextly, commaless. The codons present on mRNA strand are translated or decoded continuously without stop unless it reaches terminator codon. So until it reaches the terminator codon, the codons present on mRNA are translated. They are translated or they're decoded continuously without stopping. So they are called as commaless. So selection of amino acids in protein synthesis is a continuous process till the terminator codon without break. A triplet codon selects one amino acid and is followed by another triplet codon for another amino acid, and so on. The process gets continued. Nextly, non-overlapping. Each three successive nucleotides present on mRNA strand is a codon that codes for a specific amino acid. Hence, a letter or nucleotide of one codon never shares with another codon. So your selection of amino acids by a genetic code is a continuous process without overlapping. That is, when the triplet codons are read from one end of mRNA, they should be read as units of three nucleotides regularly, one after the other till the terminator codon. So in the continuously they are being read in the consisting of three nucleotides, and because of which they are called as non-overlapping. Nextly, they are sensible. A specific codon codes for a specific type of amino acid during protein synthesis. Example, AUG is the codon codes for an amino acid methionine only, not any other amino acid. So, specific codon is coding for the specific type of amino acid, and because of which they are called as sensible. Nextly, degeneracy or redundancy. In a triplet codon system, 64 codons are existed, in which 3 codons such as UAA, UGA and UAG are terminator codons which do not codes for any amino acid. Hence, remaining 61 codons codes for 20 amino acids, because few amino acids are coded by more than 2 codons. So more than 2 codons are coding for a particular amino acid. This phenomena is called degeneracy or redundancy. So these are the features of the genetic code. Remember, genetic code is universal. It is a triplet codon having an initiator codon, terminator codon. They are commaless, non-overlapping, sensible, and you have to explain about degeneracy or redundancy. So please, these features of genetic code are very, very important. Here the same thing has been shown here, the codons, how they are coding for a particular amino acid. Now here one second, yes, so here they have shown the sequence of 3 nucleotides coding for an amino acid. You can see over here. So these are the codons which are coding for a particular amino acid, and you can see over here UAA, UAG are not coding for any amino acid, UGA. So these are called as nonsense codons. Okay, the process of translation will stop when these codons appear. And here is the AUG, which is coding for methionine. These are the codons which are coding for the amino acid valine, alanine. So these are the codons which are coding for a specific amino acid. Mutations and genetic code. The relationships between genes and DNA are best understood by mutation studies. The relationships between genes and DNA, as I told you, they are understood by the mutation studies. Effects of large deletions and rearrangements in a segment of DNA are easy to comprehend. It may result in loss or gain of a gene and so a function. A classic example of point mutation is a change of single base pair in the gene for beta globin chain that results in the chain of amino acid residue glutamate to valine. It results into a diseased condition called sickle cell anemia. So point mutation is nothing but it occurs due to replacement of the nitrogen base with the gene. It only affects the change of a particular amino acid. So the best understood, as I told, it is sickle cell anemia is the example, very good example for it. Then effect of point mutations that inserts or deletes a base in structural gene can be better understood by the following simple example. Consider a statement that is made up of following words, each having 3 letters like genetic code. Ram has red cap. If we insert a B in between has and red and rearrange the statement, it would be read as follows. Ram has B is inserted here. Okay, and there is a red and cap. See, there is no the meaning of the sentence, it is not making any sense over here. Similarly, if we now insert 2 letters at the same place, say BI, now it would be read as follows. Now we insert 3 letters. When we insert 3 letters, just see BIG, the statement would read Ram has big red cap. The same exercise can be repeated by deleting the letters R, E and D one by one and rearranging the statement to make a triplet word. The conclusion from the above exercise is very obvious. Insertion or deletion of one or two bases changes the reading frame. It will change the reading frame from the point of insertion or deletion. However, such mutations are referred to as frame shift, insertion or deletion mutations. Insertion or deletion of 3 or its multiple bases, insert or delete one or multiple codon, hence one or multiple amino acids, and reading frame remains unaltered from that point onwards. So here there is a change in the whole sequence of amino acid from the point of insertion or deletion. Frame shift mutation can give a best example of beta thalassemia. So this is about the mutation. Coming to the tRNA, the adapter molecule. Important question again. Diagram will be asked and the description is important here. From the very beginning of the proposition of code, it was clear to Francis Crick that there has been a mechanism to read the code and also to link it to amino acids because amino acids have no structural specialties to read the code uniquely. He postulated the presence of an adapter molecule that would on one hand read the code and on other hand would bind to specific amino acids. It is a RNA molecule that transfer amino acids to the site of protein synthesis, that is into the ribosomes during protein synthesis, hence the name is given as adapter molecule. So that is a tRNA which is named as adapter molecule. The tRNA then called sRNA or soluble RNA was known before the genetic code was postulated. However, its role as an adapter molecule was assigned much later. tRNA has an anticodon loop that has bases complementary to the code, and it also has an amino acid acceptor end to which it binds to amino acids. tRNAs are specific for each amino acids. For initiation, there is another specific tRNA that is referred to as initiator tRNA. There are no tRNAs for stop codons. The secondary structure of tRNA looks like a clover leaf. So the cloverleaf model of tRNA was proposed by Robert Hawley. Very important structure. This resembles to the leaf of clover plant, that is Trifolium dubinum, and hence the name is given as the clover leaf model for the tRNA. In actual structure, the tRNA is a compact molecule which looks like inverted L. So this is the diagram of the tRNA molecule. Remember, tRNA is made up of a single polypeptide chain consisting of CCA nucleotide at 3' end. So at the 3' end, it is having the nucleotide CCA. There is an anion acid binding site to which amino acid binds during translation. Another region is the ribosomal recognition site that recognizes ribosomes during the protein synthesis. There is an anticodon site consisting of 3 nucleotide sequences which are complementary to the respective codons present on mRNA, hence they are called as NODOC. There is a DHU loop containing amino acid activating enzymes called amino acyl synthetase. Each tRNA binds with specific amino acid, hence as there are 61 amino acids, there are at least 61 types of tRNA found. One specific tRNA with anticodon UAC called initiator tRNA, as it carry an amino acid methionine coded by initiator codon AUG. There is no tRNA for the stop codons, that is UAA, UAG and UGA. Since tRNA carry an amino acid that attached to it, which is coded by the codon present on mRNA, it is called as an adapter molecule. So tRNA is called as an adapter molecule. Important question here again from exam point of view. Fine. So this was the structure of the tRNA. So we'll stop here. In the next class, we will study about translation. Again, an important question for 5 marks. Thank you.